I grew up with two older brothers, and that means that I kind of understand how preteen boys are dumb. I love them so much, but they're a little bit dumb. So the other day at work, it was like around 8 o'clock, prime dinner time. I get this call from a mom, and she's like, hey, so my boys are coming in, and someone needs stitches, I think. We were like, okay. And she goes, yeah, my husband and I will be there in about 15 minutes. We said, great, awesome, we'll see them soon. And then the nurse hangs up the phone, and we all look at each other. And I go, do you think that those boys were roughhousing, broke through a glass door, and now mom and dad were out to dinner for their one date night a week that they get? And they were out to dinner, called mom and dad and go, hey, mom, we broke through the glass door. And then mom's like, go to the ER, we're coming. And all the nurses goes, I don't know, maybe it was like a glass or something. The boys get there. The one boy is covered in blood. He does not have a shirt on. His pants are on inside out. He has these joggers. He has 2 different types of Crocs on. And the other brother looks frantic. We get them all cleaned up, and then I finally go, hey, so how did this happen? The boys look at each other with all of the shame in the world, because you know they were doing something they weren't supposed to. And then they proceed to tell me an elaborate story about how one brother locked the other brother out of the house, and how essentially to get back in, he pushed on the glass sliding door too hard and went right through it. I then very confidently look at the other nurse and like, I told you. Mom and dad finally get there. And mom goes, now what happened? And before the boys can speak, I said, did you guys come from a date? And dad goes, yeah, we go on a date night every week. Then the boys tell her the story, and she goes, now what did I say before we left? And the boys look down very sheepishly. And to quote the mom, she goes, not to fuck around with the door. And I thought it was quite humorous. So, needless to say, I was right, and the boy was fine. He did need 17 stitches. It was just on his arm, so he's okay. It was also the first day of summer break. We haven't seen the boys since, so I think they've been behaving themselves. However, I do feel like it's so good that I was correct, because they may not have been my brothers, but I knew exactly what happened, because that's exactly what my brothers would have done.